Chapter 929. Orochi boy? Yeah, he's the Shogun. Hello and welcome to a new episode of the Podcast. Happy New Year, hypocrite.
Why has Luffy got red hair? Who does he think he is having a red hair right there?
That's a good question. I don't know what he's planning with that. I'm the best guy ever, and Luffy's got orangey hair.
In the double page thing, where also Nami and Robin have long elongated their legs so that the artist didn't have to draw their feet. I think that's what happens there.
You think so? This seems like if you put these characters next to characters from the Long Leg tribe, which we've seen in this series known as One Piece by Eiichiro Oda, maybe you've heard of it, they'd look appropriately sized. Why are their legs so long? What's going on here? I'm gonna look it up. Cinnamon is a character. Cinnamon Charlotte, or Charlotte Cinnamon, whatever. Charlotte, that was one. I remember liking her. One Piece. I'm gonna look her up, and she's got the long legs. Damn it, okay, let me Google images. Tell me the tale of this character. Okay, it's a little bit more exaggerated. Here, I'm going to link this to you. Everyone, just Google this. You'll find it at home. But look at this person in the main chat there. Not much of an exaggeration, right? Between this person, it looks pretty close.
I say artist because I assumed it wasn't Oda who drew this.
Do it. He must have. He must do his color spreads, right?
Maybe. I was really just caught off by, Luffy's hair having, the detail that looked like that one time when he was fighting, Mochi Man.
Mm-hmm. Katakuri.
I was thinking, that may be, an understudy artist or something. But, I know nothing. But, that's a longer legs than we've ever seen.
Yeah, well, except on the long legs, but... okay, fair enough. I don't know what's going on, but that's okay.
It looks cool aside from that.
Yeah, the whole thing's cool. They're ninjas. They're in Wano. It's the year of Wano, everybody. Welcome to 2019, new year, new rules. And my rule...
2019.
Excellent. 19? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Good. Why is Luffy's orange, though? I'm just wondering. Okay, I get, Sanji got mask on, Zoro's got some weapons. What is the significance of Luffy's hair being orange? Why, though? And the goggles? What ninja thing? Is he literally being Naruto? Is that what the joke is?
I don't know. Naruto didn't have red hair. Anyway, who cares?
He had a color. Whatever. Moving on, chapter 292, Orochi, Korozumi,
929.
Wano Country, Shogun. What did I say?
You said 292.
Well, same number, basically. Here we are, guys. Bam. New chapter, new rules. As I said, rule 1, start the chapter. Here we go. We're in the flower capital, and Franky's talking to his boss, Minato, who is the man who built Kaido's mansion. And we're getting, at last, the cool backstory as to why it is that Franky is specifically working this job. It was more than just that he needed something to do while he was here. Actually, he's been trying to get the blueprints for Kaido's mansion the whole time, which makes a lot of sense. And
I thought they already established that a few chapters ago. Maybe
I could have missed that. I could totally have missed that. If so, I'm an idiot. But cool. Nonetheless, I'm glad that is the case. And I guess I'm just thinking about everybody else. So Usopp just seemed to be selling toad oil on the street, but we know that at least at this point, now that he's embedded himself as a toad oil salesman, he can slip those cards out to everybody, real stealthy ninja style.
Yeah,
which is pretty cool. So that's something. What about who else is here?
Sanji was cooking.
Chopper was
doctoring. Yeah.
Yep. And then, of course, Robin working her way in as a geisha to get close to the Shogun and whatnot. So yeah, okay, I think that's everybody. Everybody's got their role.
Yeah. So this beginning part is Franky, he's finally getting information. The old guy's oh yeah, about those plans you were asking me about. Yep. I gave them. I sold them. I pawned them. They're gone.
Damn it.
So this
he
is
literally says tee-hee, at least according to manga stream.
yeah. So like there's a big old fight. There's a really funny panel of Franky's eyes and teeth getting knocked out of the back of his head.
Yeah, quite graphic. And that could be literal, because Franky is a cyborg who has disassembled his whole body and put it back together.
God.
So that might be literally happening.
Dude, that's
in actual
diegetic slapstick there.
It could be. It could be. Although, if you remember the time, there's one of my favorite panels in all of One Piece was where, at the end of Skypiea, when they sail off the edge of Skypiea and they don't know what's happening, but Conan, like, they won. It's a happy chapter and all that. But as they sail off, they literally sail off the edge of the Sky Island, and they are falling, presumably to their deaths. And in that one moment, like, everyone that you can... We actually don't... Robin's the only one we don't see, for whatever reason. They don't give her a big... what do they call it? Gap face or something? Oh, whatever, big reaction face. She's, like, elsewhere, I guess. But everybody else gets, not only are they like bug-eyed, actually it's their eyes are literally above their head as they're all falling downward. The eyes are like
I remember
literally
that.
up, including the Sunny itself, who has its mouth
the
agape.
Mary.
Oh fuck, the Mary, yes, Mary.
Getting it all mixed up. Man, how many years
anyway, I really
has it
like
been
that
with the Sunny now? Has it been more years than with the Mary?
God, you know, it's possible. It is possible at this point. I think I was, if I remember correctly, I was reading Thriller Bark in 2008, and they already had the Sunny at that point. So I think that is the case now. I might be slightly off with that, but I think that's right. Yeah, am I fucking wrong about that? I don't know. It's been a long time. Somebody else can look it up. But we have a chapter to review. So this guy's real mad that they're arguing, they're fighting, and now fucking Franky's gonna go look elsewhere for these clues, see where he can find this.
I thought it was really funny how like it seems to be like accepted and sort of a universal constant that carpenters are like the most rowdy, fighting, like screamy people of all, and like the people like those carpenters always blowing shit up.
You know, carpenters definitely have a proclivity towards being rowdy fuckers. Although Iceberg always struck me as more of a kill man.
Yes.
But he was like a sexy, sneaky carpenter guy. I don't know about that guy. Can't trust him. Anyway, they like to yell. They're tough rumble boys.
Yeah, it's cool that like Franky did that, but it's like that's not blowing cover. That's just being in cover, just smashing stuff up.
Yeah, you know what? That's true. That is pretty funny. Now I think about it. And he runs into Kanjuro of the Evening Rain, our friendly painter samurai man, our ally.
Is this the first time we've seen him, or is it? Has he?
I believe this is the first time we've seen him since we got to Wano. I think so.
Yeah, he's got his classic badly drawn bream that he's drawn.
So he's cosplaying, or he's pretending to be a fisherman.
Yes, being like an undercover agent, also known as cosplaying.
Yeah, yeah, that's what it is. And instead of catching fish, he instead drew the fish with his devil fruit power, and they look miserable and pathetic, as all his drawings do, and it's great.
I really like that woman who ended up buying one, and she's like, I don't know what I should,
Bitch,
what is this?
Why did you buy it? Why did you buy it?
She gotta eat.
Maybe her husband comes home angry and slapping left and right, and if you get in the way, it's your fault, and he demands his fish be on the table when he gets there. And damn it, this is the only fish in town today. So, well, I guess I'll just have to fucking figure out what to do with this thing. That's my headcanon for this character. That's the backstory I've given to her. I think it's pretty good. So Franky makes contact with Kanjuro. They're all part of this same thing.
I think for no reason at all. Mm-hmm. I think it was just to show what Kanjuro's doing, because we hadn't seen him yet.
That's probably true. He's a notable character, I suppose.
So then begins the Wild Goose Chase, or
yes, the fetch quest, the epic fetch quest. Yep. Where he goes to the pawn shop where it was sold, looking for the blueprints. That was apparently swept away by something.
It was bought by someone.
Okay, it was bought by somebody in a longhouse, whatever. Like, it's a whole big thing. A bunch of people buy it. Haha, very funny.
It got taken by a landlord who gave it to his geisha, who gave it away to someone for some reason.
Yes.
Then he sold it, and then there's a camel guy who has it. And then a guy stole it. This is the actually important part. A guy stole it with his face hidden and everything, so like a sneaky man. And
that's
he
the
said
dead
he was
end.
from Curry, so a guy from some town called Curry has the
Well, they've been
blueprints.
before. That's the leftover town. At least I think so.
Is it the same?
I think so. Oh God, I don't know. I'm an idiot. It's hard to remember Wano things. I'm gonna Google it.
Yeah, I don't know. It says Curry,
I
an
try to
abandoned
keep track
village,
of
and
this shit,
we can
man.
see it here, and it looks it's a different village. It's hilly. There's factories in the background.
Oh, actually, this could be important. Kuri, remember how they said that that Odin went to a place that was really rough and tumble and like turned it into a paradise? He beat up the bad guys that were there, turned it into a really nice place. And now it was like a center of like, growing stuff, and Kuri is that place. It is the place where Odin was. So that could be
so maybe
plot
the
relevant.
last samurai guy is there that they're looking for.
Oh yeah, definitely could be. That's actually some important. That's probably going to be a big thing. So cool. Looking forward to it. Oh, I'm so glad that Franky's like relevant to the plot with his little quest. I like that a lot. Good. This is exactly what I want Oda to be doing, to give the characters just little things that make them relevant. And he's got a cap. All he has to do is, as they're rating it, say like, it's a good thing we had those plans that Franky got for us later, because we were able to do X, Y, Z. And even if it goes wrong, that's okay.
Well, I mean, they say that he's talking to Kinemon.
Yeah.
And he says that they're in Curry. What do I do? And he says, do some other mission in the capital. So, like, Franky's not really going to be the guy to get the blueprints.
Shit. I forgot about that.
But I feel like the fact that the Master Carpenter has a name means that he's not going to stop, like, interacting with the carpenters entirely.
Probably.
I feel like in some way that guy is going to be more important than just the guy who has the blueprints.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't feel that he's very important, but he is the man who built Kaido's mansion. Like, that's why, it seems pretty important.
The way he sort of dismissively was like, oh yeah, I just sold him, haha, and it was like, fuck you, and it's like, fuck you, you're fired. But then, when you get the blueprints, they may not even be the sort of thing they need.
That's true.
And it could be like he needs to go back to him and say, we need to take down the Shogun. It's like, oh, really? Oh, Kaido. And he's like, oh, really? Okay, I can just tell you how. You take out this beam right here, the whole thing falls to the ground.
One way or another, either the carpenter guy will probably do more with Franky, or maybe it'll probably still involve that guy, or maybe the quest will continue in some way to. Now that they've established where it is, I feel like they will follow up on that in some way. But maybe not. I don't know. This could have just been for a gag, as like a Benny Hill running from door to door
I feel like if the blueprints are in Curry, but Curry is like a significant place, they'll find something that isn't the blueprints at Curry.
Agreed.
So like they'll find the samurai there, but the blueprints are useless, and then they need to go to the cub. Like that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I agree. That seems the most likely thing. So we see the fucking dog man, Inugarashi or whatever. Inuarashi. Yeah, I always fucked that one up. Here he is. They've been stealing food, pretending to be Shutenmaru guys, and leaving calling cards. Haha. Pretty sneaky. Pretty smart.
Yeah, so the last time we saw, like, Inuarashi and Kinemon met up, and Kinemon, I think, was one of them was dueling Shutenmaru, and Shutenmaru was like, whatever, right. Guys, I'm going home. And then he goes, and I guess they're trying to annoy Kaido at the moment. This troop, this animal gang.
I think their main goal is to acquire weapons and food to like fuel their building army, which is both the samurai and the minks.
That's definitely an important thing. So yeah, they're just...
I mean, it's one of those like little like logistical details that doesn't make a shonen plot super exciting, but it's relevant. I get it.
I mean, it can be exciting. It's a lot of it's the sort of thing that like an anime war generally doesn't go into, is like, how do the weapons and the supplies get to the troops? It's like, they just have them. They just have them and they fight.
That's true. Like, it was kind of like in Alabasta, everything having to do with, I think his name was Koga. I can't remember. But
no, that was someone else.
It was someone. I can't remember. But like Vivi's old buddy, aka the son of whatever, the guy who was leading the rebellion against the king in Alabasta. Like, they don't go into any detail as to, like, how he raised that army and acquired weapons, which was, like, more powerful than the military of Alabasta. They just say that it happened because the will against the king was so strong after Crocodile's whole plot and all that, and that's good enough for me. That's fine.
I mean, there may have been something about Crocodile giving weapons to them. I can't remember.
I don't think so,
dog.
Like,
what was Crocodile's agenda there with that revolution?
The goal of that revolution was to destabilize the country and have the king be overthrown so that I believe that Crocodile could step in, stop the war that was going on, appear to be a hero, and become ruler of the country, and also acquire Pluton in the process.
Yeah, so like Crocodile has a vested interest in giving the revolutionaries power so that he can easily destroy them because he's a Devil Fruit Logia guy. And
True.
The reason he got them all riled up and angry in the first place was because he was making sandstorms all over the place.
Right. No, don't get me wrong.
So like he built them.
The story described in quite a bit of detail, like how it is that Crocodile like fomented discord in Alabasta and stoked ill will against the king. I'm just saying it doesn't really go into details as to specifically how the army was built up with like the army, because like they were civilians until this happened. So you know the other guys are trained military people. Well, you know, whatever, it doesn't matter. Just saying, it's cool stuff. I like One Piece. Anyway, so here we are with Zoro. And a new character, I hate him. His name's Tonoyasu.
Oh, he's a classic Oda character. He's a classic character that is annoying and stupid, and is the worst thing of all time, but will eventually be cool. What is he doing here?
God, what is this?
He looks
carrier.
He looks like a drum carrier. Yeah, he looks like
What's his thing?
A beggar or like a guy down on his luck or just a general civilian. And he survives by sticking to powerful swordsmen. He's like that fairy from Berserk. What's that fairy called? A little guy.
From Berserk. Oh, Puck. Right.
Yeah. It's the same
I guess that's
guy.
true. Basically, I can't see any difference between them. Yeah, okay. You know what? Honestly, that's not a terrible comparison. Zoro is pretty guts-like. Oh, he's even lost the one eye. He's a sword man. Not bad.
Yeah.
This guy is Puck. There you go. Nobody likes Puck. There it is, confirmed. Except Puck is actually funny sometimes.
Yes.
This guy just sucks.
Yes, he's ugly and
whatever.
disgusting.
You know what I bet? I bet this guy is in disguise. I bet
this guy is Kaido. He is Kaido. He's just
bet there's something going on with this guy. Bigger than he might be. Like it's gonna be something like I bet he's actually one of the legendary samurai. He's just like he's being a drum carrier now.
Know,
that's just a guess. It's just a guess.
That's I mean it's a guess based on nothing, but it could be true. I think the purpose of his character mostly is to be like someone who can tell Zoro where to go because he's on his own, and he will never find anywhere because he's just wandering. But I feel like he definitely will have, like, as most silly characters, like overtly silly characters in One Piece do, they will generally have some kind of a cool moment at some point where they're like, oh, they were more cool than you thought. It doesn't matter what they look like.
He just did that with Shootin' Maru to begin with. I mean, that was pretty fast, but that he was deliberately, looked like a fat sack of shit, was actually a badass. Yeah.
So like, I'm interested. I want to see what happens.
I guess.
With
I
this
mean,
guy.
I do hate him, but that's what my genre savviness is telling me.
I mean, it's a funny dynamic. Zoro's just like, yo, okay, whatever. He calls him Kasu,
Zoro,
which is trash.
Kill this man. Just kill this man, Zoro. Just do it. Nobody's looking, Zoro. Nobody would ever know if you just killed this man and kept going. I'm just saying.
I do kind of like it though, like how Zoro just is like telling him to shut up and fuck you. And he's just turning it around into a positive thing. Oh, thank you for saying "fuck you." That's it's like, it's.
I don't. Okay, here's what there's been many situations like this. Like remember in Dressrosa. I know Zoro's not a bad person. I'm aware of that. But like in Dressrosa, like Zoro, like remember when he caught the first like dwarf we saw, or the first like Tontada that we ever saw, was like that little one who like sprained her foot, and like Zoro like helped her out. Zoro gets himself into a lot of situations with, like, shitty people who, like, want his help or want him to, like, do shit for him. And it's weird that he takes the time to care about them. And I think Oda does it I mean, it's not out of character because he's writing the character. It's just like he's trying to make them not seem like total assholes, but it's just that I would be a total asshole in this situation and would kick this guy's ass if I was Zoro. Or just like run away and leave him in the dust because he sucks and he's annoying.
Well, I think it's sort of more like Zoro is like so like what's the word? Like nonchalant about it. It's just like, yeah, whatever, you're being an idiot, but you know, you're not as annoying as that fucking Sanji, that fucking Marimo head, or what? No, that was what Sanji calls him. What does he call?
Marimo head, right?
No, I think that's the other way around.
No, because Marimo's a green, so he calls him that because Marimo's green. He's got green
Sanji
hair.
calls Zoro that. Zoro calls Sanji.
Oh, he calls him curly brow or whatever.
You know,
yeah.
Like he only really gets angry at people who are like on his level, and to him, this guy is like a bug. It's just like, yeah, well, whatever.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
I
swat
guess
this
that's
bug.
true. I guess that's fair. Okay, well, in any case, so what are these two doing right now? They're going where? They're going to...
They see the flower capital, and the hamlet in front of it is the Yasu's town, which is Leftovers town, which is the place we were already at. So
right.
Zoro is currently traveling towards the place where Hawkins still is, I think.
Maybe?
I think.
God.
Oh, no, wait, no.
Help me with my pea brain, Oda. Give me one of your glorious maps with everyone's little chibi faces.
Oh, a map
which is
would be
incidentally
really nice.
what we have based the iconography of this very channel on, people. Look at the faces on the screen. That's what we based it on.
Yeah. A map would be very handy now. Now that there are multiple different little places.
Yeah,
and then
people are all
capital.
over the place. Explain it to me, Oda, please. I can't keep track of these shitty names. Everything sounds the same. I am deeply racist against the Japanese people. I need help. I need help. Okay, well, in any case, boom. Here we go. Cut to the flower capital, and we're having a meeting between Orochi and CP fucking Zero.
Yes.
Wow, that's okay. That's pretty big. We see a little bit of Orochi's face, and he's yelling at these guys, and he's not.
He's talking about how Don Flamingo was their intermediary. So initially, the Marines worked with Don Flamingo to get weapons from Wano.
Yep.
But now Don Flamingo's dead. They gotta go there in person themselves. And so that's interesting. That like everybody worked through Don Flamingo. Don Flamingo getting beat up, messed up a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it sure did. He was an important cog in the war machine of the world, and so I like seeing these ripples and seeing all these mechanics be affected by.
I'm
by
wondering,
his defeat.
like way back in Punk Hazard, when like Caesar was like broadcasting the stuff to all the members of the underground elite, whether CP0 are there, like in silhouette form.
That's a good question, and it's nice to review those panels every once in a while to like see new characters have been introduced. I don't remember seeing them, but it's definitely possible, and I could definitely just not be remembering right now. Well, in any case, blah blah. Yeah, okay. So Wano here, they're debating, and so Orochi comes out with a crazy request here, and he says what he wants to continue working with them is Dr. Vegapunk. He wants Vegapunk specifically. Well, geez, that's escalating quickly. It's interesting that he just gets thrown into the mix here. I guess his reputation is known even in the depths of Wano.
Yeah. I mean, for the Marines, he's like their most powerful weapon because he makes all their most powerful weapons.
He does so much crazy shit. Oh, by the way, if you look on this panel on page 13, do you see how that guy is holding on the right there? He's actually holding his mask in front of his face. He's not actually like strapped on. He must hold that all the time. That's very funny to me, and I like it a lot.
What Zelda character enemy mask is that?
Oh, he looks like a Deku mask.
The Deku, mask. That's what it's called.
Yeah. He also looks kind of, which also, that face just looks like Princess Mononoke's mask from Princess Mononoke. Or Mononoke Hime, if you're a fucking weeb. So anyway, they're just like, well, nah, brah, you can't have Vegapunk. That's straight cray, bro. Orochi shoots the man on the left. Ba-bam! I'm sure he's fine, but he does shoot him. And he says, I don't care.
His hat falls off, and he's like just sort of sitting there.
And this I like. Okay, now we're seeing. So I don't know if we talked about this before, but we're seeing more of Orochi. He's appearing like a pretty small guy, not a massive man. We can see that the big Orochi heads appear and then seem to disappear. So he maybe we're learning this is maybe a Zoan thing. Could be some kind of paramecia. Maybe I don't know. I don't know.
I'm unsure as to what it implies. I mean, initially he was behind a screen, so I was thinking it might not actually be his real form.
Could be fake or something.
But we
which
can
still
see we can see that before he doesn't have them. He's just sitting there. You can see his back, and then they appear. So like they're not, and we're not behind a screen now. So they are physically real, and they come out of him like shadows, maybe.
And here's my hypothesis. On the page 13, if you look at the bottom there, so we can see that Orochi here, he has like a little tuft of hair, like in a tie, like a little poof behind his head. If you look down at the bottom panel, you can see that the bottom head, the lowest head of the three that are visible there, has that poof on it. So it sure looks like his head is what was transformed into that dragon head, because you can see the other two do not have that. So it makes it look different. So my contention right now is that I'm going to put forward the hypothesis that he has eaten the dragon fruit model Orochi. That's my guess. It's a mythical devil fruit. That's my guess.
Yeah, that would work. That would work with a guy who works with Kaido.
Yeah,
a dragon.
No, that's fair. That's fair. And so it was Kaido's fruit ever specifically specified as like
Not
a particular
yet.
model? It wasn't. Okay, I'm just gonna check.
They were saying that's Kaido. They didn't. I think there was like contention because they didn't explicitly say he has the dragon fruit.
Yeah, that's
They
right.
just said that's Kaido. Oh my god, he can transform into a dragon.
Yep. And I think they were saying like, that's his devil fruit at work, but they didn't like specify exactly what that was. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll see. And because let's keep going because there's more interesting things that happen in this chapter.
So Orochi is like completely confident that Wano is self-sufficient and he doesn't need the trade with the Marines. He doesn't need them to stay.
He's bartering from a position of great strength here, so he doesn't give a fuck about that.
He's got Kaido. I think, obviously, since Kaido is part of this arc, and this is all about defeating Kaido, that once Kaido falls, he will not have that, and then it'll be like a big race for everyone to just scrounge up Wano to get all the Sea Stone metal.
That's fair.
Because that's like really powerful stuff.
I'll be shocked if at the end of the arc, Orochi isn't deposed and Mononosuke is the new big dick on campus. But that's all part of the same thing. They'll want to keep the trade going, for the benefit of the country. Well, and presumably they're going to open the borders as well.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting thing, because like if everybody, Celestial Dragons, Marines, Pirates, Yonko, everybody wants control of this resource, and Kaido has it at the moment.
Yep.
And through Don Flamingo, he trades it with the rest of the world because, and they do trade because it's good. If Luffy, dethrones, whoever does it, Luffy will be definitely a part of it, dethrones Orochi, defeats Kaido, or, whatever, and then Wano is, Momonosuke, is, in the hands of the good boy, what is he going to do with all these shady dealings? Is he going to stop them? How's that going to upset the balance in the rest of the world? Well,
so I feel like One Piece has become an interesting thing post-time skip, where we're really into a lot of, like the war economy is, a big factor, and, military trade, and, war for the sake of profit is Doflamingo's main thing, and Kaido is the recipient. A lot of people are involved just in the machinery of war, and I feel like a lot of what One Piece is getting into lately is, trying to, when fucking Law sliced, he did the big thing where he cut through the SAD on Punk Hazard and sliced through Virgo at the same time. He was like, we're going to be breaking the gears, of the world. I feel like there's a metaphor that's, connected to the war machine in general. I feel like they all want to stop this. I think Oda's getting into a lot of this stuff. And I think that probably, I feel like what Oda's doing is he's trying to, through this story, he's trying to show, how a bunch of heroes can change the world and, stop the propagation of war and like, you know, just have everybody be like free and happy.
Like not be that which you destroy or whatever. Like, you don't just replace the previous villain.
Exactly, because if they just like knocked out Doflamingo and then somebody just took his place and started doing it, that wouldn't be a meaningful change. And I think that's what Oda wants to show.
And a lot of the stuff at Reverie with all of the people who know the Straw Hats and Luffy and they're all like on his side. Like whatever happened at Reverie, we still don't know.
Right, right.
But I'm assuming there's like a big talk that goes on with a lot of people who are like in favor of, you know, what Luffy stands for,
right?
Rather than just like pirates in general, just to.
Well,
it's the changing of the world. Like Wano being an open border country is probably something that's going to happen at the end of this.
Yeah,
and like stopping the ties of like weapons dealings with all these people. They're going to tear down the factories, and Wano is going to be one of the countries associated with Luffy. They may even go to Reverie after this.
Possible.
Although that won't happen for a few years.
You know what's interesting about that concept, though? Because Japan, even today, I'm not sure it's really fair to describe it as an open border country. I mean, like, you can fly there if you have a passport, at least if you're American. I don't know about every country. But Japan has, like, a super strong identity. So I wonder what Oda's position on that is.
The thing is, the history was the country was completely sealed off, and like only two ports.
That's obviously a bit extreme.
Like, open border is like, you can't just move to any country. I mean, that's most countries have like you can travel there.
Right.
You know, Japan is as open as most other countries. I think it's as open as America.
I don't know. Well, maybe. I mean, I'd be surprised if that's the case. Well, you know, I guess I'm operating off just general things I've heard around about Japan. It really, you know, doesn't like foreign. Like I've heard that
doesn't like
there
Fortnite.
are Korean. I've heard that. Thank God for that. I've heard that there are Koreans in Japan who are multi-generational, like technically native Japanese people, but they're still not technically citizens. Because they don't have actual Japanese blood or whatever. They're not, like, Japanese hereditarily. I don't know if that's true. That's just what I've heard. And I just
How
wonder...
could they go... Alright, how could they go that long without marrying into a Japanese family, though?
Maybe they're in the ghetto, the Korean ghetto, and they just stay in there. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. Anyway, I'll be interested to see how this all plays out. And I'm wondering if there's a larger point being made here on a grander political scheme. I don't know. It's interesting, though.
I don't know.
Anyway,
we know nothing.
We know nothing. I really like, though, the fucking Orochi, who doesn't look particularly intimidating just as a normal dude, but he's really confident. He believes in himself. This is cool. This is cool. I like him.
Yeah. So
and
now
off he goes. He walks away from the meeting.
And they got the opening of the doors, the sliding swish, and Orochi's got a whole thing going on. He's got a whole banquet. This is the banquet that we've been hearing about.
Yes.
And he's got all the food coming in. He's like, I don't want it. I got delicious chicken. I don't feel like chicken. Just throw it all away. Just showing how careless he is.
And they're just like, what about Tracer? And he's like, I'm already Tracer. Move on. Haha. Got it in there.
What?
Never mind. The vegetables, hate them. Tuna, hooray! I love tuna. I love mackerel. What? Bring in the sluts. Here they come. And we see a bunch of geishas. And I think that's Robin there.
I think, yeah,
nose,
in
I
the
believe,
middle.
yeah. And all the geishas are brought. And then the big slut herself, Komurasaki, boom! She's here. And he's like, yeah, bitch. Let me get in that. And she's like, yes, sir. But let's just finish dinner first. So he's just living the high life. And boom, face reveal. There he is.
He's a big, ugly motherfucker.
Not a handsome man. Got some big teeth, walrus style going on. But you know what? He's loving life, and I'm loving him. He's a man of plenty. And what's more attractive than that?
Yeah, he's got a huge, big saucer of sake, I think, there.
He does. In fact, not nearly as big, though, as the ones that Shanks and Whitebeard drank when they met that one time. So, you got to work on it. You got to work on that.
He's got nothing on them. He's nothing.
Indeed.
It's just a tiny little emperor.
And there they are. I guess those two were literal emperors, pirate emperors, but okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, we just get a big shot of everybody partying down, having a good time. Oh, there's lots of food and women and all good things.
Yeah.
And all these cool guys.
I gotta ask you about this one thing, because on the left, we see, the castle, and then it sort of zooms out to see a wolf and a skull, and then the factories, and zooming in on the smoke in the factories.
Right.
Do you, when you read One Piece, like, imagine sounds sometimes, and then like in your head about how it would sound? Because when I was reading this, I was like, big party, like, yeah, blah, blah, all the stuff happening, and then it's like fading out as it zooms away, and then you can hear like the
I definitely do get some of that. But interestingly, I can read Japanese, at least to an extent, and you cannot. And there are literal automatopoeias on the screen telling us the sounds that are actually there. We see gan, gon, gya, go, 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 go happening in the factory. So there's, I guess, metallic kind of sounds. I mean, I don't know everything that these fucking mean, but they do mean something. But like as the one panel where it goes from the wah as we're looking at the castle, it zooms out to the skull, that I definitely get like I hear silence as it like pans out to that. It's cool. I don't do sound as much, but I do kind of animate it in my head. I fill in the panels, I guess, in my brain a little bit. I don't know, just
it's cool. It's cool when you have like little panels like this that sort of elicit that sort of like self-made movie in your head.
Yeah.
Because it's something that like not every manga has, is like thoughts about scene transitions and things.
You know what you'd never see something in this like? And I know we're beating a literal dead horse here by saying it, but like Bleach. Like Bleach is a very like key-framey sort of manga, and I'm sure there are examples where Bleach did it. It just seems like it does it less, from my recollection.
I feel like Bleach does it quite a lot. It's
you
just
think so?
that it's
okay.
Well, it's more like the title cards are like very artsy, and there's a lot of like art that goes into the panel layout. But it is kind of mostly just to look cool and not really for any other reason.
I was gonna say I think Bleach strikes me, and perhaps I'm totally off base. People can fucking tell me in the comments or whatever. It strikes me as more of like a keyframe centric manga, where it's all about like the pretty panels that are really good. It's about like the cool poses, the look cool moment to moment. Whereas I felt like Wano in particular has been very cinematic. And I think Oda's done that intentionally. We feel these zoom out and zoom ins, and we get the literal like curtain falling on acts, and then the curtain rises on the next act and stuff. This has been a very cinematic arc, and I hope the anime does it justice, but I know that it won't. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess that's it. And turn the page. Oh my God! Jesus Christ! So here we are in a little town or whatever, where Sanji and Law are.
Well,
and
I think Sanji was in the capital, wasn't he? Because he was selling soba.
You're right. They are in the capital. That's right. And so we see Law saying, hey, you better run away, because remember how you beat up those Yakuza boys, Sanji, and we knew that someone would come to get you eventually because of that? Well, here the fuck they are. They were called by fucking Kaido, and boom, we got D'Ace Drake. Bam, there he is. Beast pirates, flying fighters, D'Ace Drake, spelled with an X, because, I don't know. Dragon fruit, ancient type, model Allosaurus, with this other guy, Page 1. I don't know what that must be like a poker reference, because all of them are or something. Dragon fruit, ancient type, model Stegosaurus. Also, D'Ace Drake looking very unattractive, just extremely ugly. Don't know why he'd be in this form, but that's fine.
I get it. He
looks terrible. He looks awful.
Why does he look terrible?
Look at his gross, weird nose and face. I hate it.
Why? Wait. All right.
What? You don't agree that he looks gross and ugly?
Well, he looks like a half dinosaur man. I mean, I
know, and it's like, gross. Don't do it.
I don't think he looks attractive, but I think he looks like, intimidating.
Okay, well,
as a scary
all I'm
man.
saying is, of the infinite ways Oda could have chosen to draw a particular hybrid of human and dinosaur, I think that he chose to go with a particularly gross-looking one. He's got, like, tons of wrinkles. Look at that big, ugly nose. I looked up what an Allosaurus looks like, by the way. It doesn't really have that nose, so he chose to make it look this way. This was an artistic interpretation. So I'm just saying, he chose to make him look like this. And if you like it, then that's fine. I think it looks ugly as sin. That's my take.
I think the thing with the nose is that, a dragon or whatever, dinosaur, has like a longish nose and then it comes back. Like if you cut out his mouth and chin, it sort of looks like, a dragon or a reptile. But his mouth just juts out downwards with his X chin. And that's probably why you find it gross.
That's definitely true. But I just put a picture of an Allosaurus. People Google an Allosaurus. Like, this thing doesn't have the weird... Just give it, like, the head of the Allosaurus. It would look way better.
I'm gonna Google Allosaurus.
I put a link in the Discord chat, but, whatever. Look it up. Look, it's not fine. I mean, it is fine. It's not a big deal. In fact, far worse than that. Let me just go on another rant. D.A. Drake uses... He dual wields in combat. You can see them here. He's got a sword, which we've seen in the past, and a four-headed axe. A four-bladed axe going in the four cardinal directions. That's got to be the dumbest fucking weapon I've ever seen in my life. What the hell is that, and why is it allowed?
All right, it's not that ridiculous, because there have been, like, six-bladed, like, maces that are basically like axes that just go in loads of directions.
The mace makes way more sense, though. And here's why.
I mean, this is just sort of like a mace that sometimes you could slap someone with the corner.
But, okay,
no
like,
blade.
with an axe, though, you definitely want... Because you swing an axe, like, from pretty far back, right? A mace is not nearly as wide as this axe is. So when you swing that thing, and I know, because, like, my brother owns a mace, like a little, a replica from, like, King Richard's Fair or whatever. And, like, it's way less small, so you're not going to get as much wind resistance and just, like, slow your fucking blade as you swing it. This thing's got two wings on the side of it, no matter which direction you're swinging it, that creates air resistance when you're trying to fucking cut somebody's dick off. That's not wise. Like, a double-bladed one makes sense, because you can swing that and you won't get that kind of wind resistance. And I know it's not, like, huge, but we're talking about optimizing weapons here, and I just think this is the dumbest fucking weapon I've ever seen. That's it.
Do you even know that it has four blades? I can only really see three at most.
I do. Okay, it's possible that this
it looks like
different.
A double-headed axe, but with a thing.
Okay, hang on. Extra.
Like in the middle, like a pike
piece.
On the end, but it might not be.
I know I've seen this in the past. Okay, where the fuck is it?
Oh, if it's been in the past, then...
In the past, he 100% had a four-bladed axe. Oh, here we go. Here's a model, but it's the right fucking thing. And people go Google it yourself, you'll fucking find it. You can see on that one, it's got,
yeah, that is pretty dumb.
Right? Okay, thank you. I'm not crazy. If you guys if you're a fucking military expert out there, you want to tell me why I'm fucking retarded, then please do. Please do. But,
I mean, yeah, even if you're so strong, you can counteract the wind resistance. It's not
like, why do it
to
though?
have it.
Why have it's just worse.
It's
just worse.
Like the only reason you would really need four blades is if you're swinging in one direction and you want to like 90-degree turn to hit someone.
You'd never do that. Because you're going to lose all momentum when you swing the fuck... And, like, I know we're in a shonen world where, like, normal physics don't apply, but I don't know. We've got to apply... This seems reasonable. I think this is a reasonable point to make. All right, that's it. Anyway, Basil Hawkins is also here. He's pretty cool, I guess. But I like the two Dino Boys. Yeah.
I like the side hair goth alligator on the side. Oh, I guess he has a back spiny thing. It looked like just a big alligator.
What are you assuming their gender? We don't know it's a boy. That could be a strong, proud female. And I'm hoping that it is with a sexy shaved side head, edgy girl going on. I mean, I'm just saying. I'd like that.
That would be cool. That would be cool because like females, as far as I can remember, as far as I can recall, do not have grotesque sort of... I mean, this isn't grotesque, but it is very wrinkly, and is not a sort of thing a female character would usually have.
And notably, this person appears to be in full beast mode, so they're not, we wouldn't know if they're a girl, probably. So that'd be cool. I don't know, maybe someone could parse what page 1 is or means, because I don't know.
We probably need to wait for the Japanese book's translation to come in before we can...
It's been days, though. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're dragging ass. We're reading manga stream like animals over here.
Like alligators over here.
True. Anyway, so they're here to kick Sanji's ass specifically because he, kicked the ass of some of those guys. And these guys are important people. These are big boys.
Yeah. Drake even asks why us specifically, and I guess the other page 1 is for show, right? That's always important.
Yeah.
But I think it's because Hawkins asked for them.
That's probably true.
Because Hawkins does know who Law is, and Law's oh shit, we got to get out of here.
Although, I mean, because this is a little confusing with the language, but Hawkins says here, I'm not sure if he's surprised, but he says at the bottom, his last line of dialogue is, "I thought you have something you hunt that's more important to you than this mission, Drake?" Meaning hey, I would have expected you off to be doing something else, so what are you doing here? So, it doesn't sound like he expected him to be here. I don't know.
You have something you hunt that's
the grammar here is off, too. Manga Stream, get your shit together.
Yeah, I don't really know what that means.
I don't know.
Probably something.
But this is significant. D.A.'s Drake is back, baby. He's looking good. He's looking primed. This guy was a supernova. He's a man with a substantial bounty, I assume, probably. But he's formally a member of the Kaido Pirates now, we've known that for a million years, but here it is, double, triple, quadruple confirmed. Cool. Very nice. Oh, one small interesting point is, so now we've seen... So he's eaten, canonically, we can see the dragon fruit model Allosaurus. So he's eaten, so dinosaurs are dragons in One Piece. Okay, that's fine, don't care. But the point is, so Kaido is also a dragon man. I wonder if we're supposed to learn anything here. What model of dragon fruit is Kaido, I wonder? Maybe Japanese dragon or something? I mean... Shenron. That could be it. Or maybe it's supposed to tell us, probably not, that, oh no, he is in fact a dragon who ate the ogre devil fruit, guys. This is, that's probably not it, but, I don't know, fucking...
If he really was an ogre, why would he live in Wano and not the big swamp island?
Good point. Well, that's where he came from. Lowly start. And also, it just reminds me of, remember people, Chopper, canonically, is the eater of the Hito no Mi, the human fruit. No model specified. No, this was a long time ago. But there is another Hito no Mi, and it's Sengoku's devil fruit, the Big Buddha. It's the Hito no Mi model Daibutsu, or the Big Buddha devil fruit.
Oh.
So there's one that's
Chopper
just the normal
is a
one.
person.
What I really want Oda to do is, I don't know, that it's weird that there's a Buddha devil fruit, but whatever, man. I want Oda to clarify. I want him to clarify that Chopper's fruit is the Sasquatch version of the Hito no Mi, because I feel that it is, and it was never normal. It was always weird. He doesn't ever look like a normal human being. So that's what I want.
Yeah, but all right. Sasquatches can't speak English, so or Japanese. How could Chopper learn how to speak human language if he didn't eat a human fruit?
You don't know Bigfoot. You don't know what he can do. He could talk. Well, actually, canonically, remember Papag, Kami's starfish, who is just a starfish who learned to talk despite just being a starfish.
That's just a Meowth talking.
And Meowth, you can learn to talk. We busted this bitch wide open. Doors open, boys. You're all in. But that's it for the chapter.
Yep.
Lots of things happened. Diaz, Vegapunk was mentioned. We finally see Orochi's face. Lots of fun.
So all the CP0 showing up.
Oh yeah, right. Forgot about them. Yeah, lots of things. Crazy stuff. But I guess all there is to say is wait till next chapter for more. What were you saying?
Oh, you cut out.
Oh, sorry. Just go on. What were you saying?
No, I wasn't saying anything.
Oh, okay. Anyway, yeah, well, next chapter, more things, more information. We'll probably get a little bit of a scrap between Sanji and D.A. Drake, unless we cut away, which is definitely possible. We haven't seen Luffy and Kid in, I don't know, in a chapter or so want to check in with those guys, see what's going on. Yeah, a lot of cool things happening, and I cannot wait to see more. Very excited. I guess that's it.
Now,
I have nothing else to say.
That's it for the talk of the chapter. But before we go, there's been a little bit of a kerfuffle, a little bit of a thing in the Pod D Discord.
True.
Where an evil bunch of rowdy fuckers and cop killers jumped in to spam us and call us gay. And we were like,
true.
fuck you, and we spammed them back with the 4Kids One Piece opening dub.
Yep.
And there's currently a war going on between the Pod D Discord and the Rowdy Fuckers Cop Killers. So if you like anime and One Piece and manga and cool stuff more than you like shit video game Discord groups that suck and their slime's bad and it sucks and you should hate them. You should hate them. The first thing you do, you go into the Pod D Discord and you go to patreon.com/thepoddcastpirates. You pledge a little $1 to get a special color for your veins. This is the color of your blood now.
It'll be blue.
I guess.
It'll be a blue blood.
And you just I don't know what you do. You kill him.
Go let him eat hell. You make him regret what they've done.
You draw pictures of how cool we are, except and show pictures of how bad they are, and that's how we win the war. Is we attack them relentlessly.
Once they give up, don't spam them because that's lame. But do something else. Do something that really gets to their soul. Show them that, I don't know, booty is better than slime. Something along those lines. The pirate life is the only life that matters. Yeah.
To be clear, the Rowdy Fuckers Cop Killers are not bad people, but fuck them and kill them.
Should we play the Declaration of War, perhaps? Maybe that would be a good way to round this out. I've got it ready.
Yeah.
I've got it queued up right now. Let's do it, people. Here we go. This was put together by AFY and Centerpoint. Listen up. This is our Declaration of War. We're leaving. Yep, it's ready to go. And let's fucking listen to it. Here it is. Go!
There once were captains named Gib and Nate who were kings of the pirates. They had riches, hippos, and autism beyond your wildest dreams.
Hey. I'm gonna let you finish. But the Pod D Discord is the best PCP Discord there is. We're so good, in fact,
soy boy!
that we're ready to start the war by dropping this bomb of a diss track on all y'all. So go ahead, Toya, spew some dank rhymes all over their butts.
Yo! I'm coming for that booty! Dreaming.
Just give it up, Slimers.
Dreaming.
Just give it up, Puddlers.
Dreaming.
Just give it up, Gamers.
Dreaming. Better fuck it up, fuck it up, fuck it up, fuck it up, fuck it now! Here's how the story goes. We find out about a war in the discords, there's no doubt. The patrons whose eyes on it they'll see will be king of the discords. We're gonna be kings. Yayo, 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 ho-ho. Their name is Pody. That's the Pody Discord.
King of the Discord.
They're made of money.
How did that happen?
Yo, ho, ho.
They decided don't like.
Yayo, yayo.
The mud puddle, the total poppin' J.
And the RFCK meeting Doomsday. Diglets doing that lolly thing. Purple's dreaming. Game suck chicken wing. Yayo, yayo, yayo. Ho-ho. Sensei for Pody. It's the best Discord server of this grand war.
We want a gang.
Yayo,
Give it up to Pody.
Yeah!
Yeah!
The Pody cast, guys. Everybody came together and made that. But AFY and
was
Centerpoint.
sick.
Yeah, it was sick.
Get fucked, everyone else.
Yeah, get fucked. Lyrics are linked in the description, so check them out, people. That's it. Well, what else is there to say? But patreon.com/thepodcastpirates. Show your fucking support. Slap a color on you. But you know what?
more
We're
like,
even... yeah?
More like patriotism,
Discord.
Patreon is how do you do both?
Patreon. Yeah. Good enough.
Fly the flag.
The best way to show support to any cause is obviously to give it money. But even if you don't do that, join and be a lowly white, because even they can be of assistance in the grand wars to come against the other Discord. So join the Discord, link below.
This is the Grand War for One Piece, and we have the poneglyph, and they are trying to steal it from us.
We can't let them. We can't let it happen. All right, we'll see you fuckos next goddamn week, assuming there's a chapter, which I think there is. All right. See you later. Bye. Goodbye.